Hello basketball coaches and basketball players, my name is Alan from Al's Basketball Training, and today I'm going to talk to you about some defensive drills that you can run so that your team can talk more on defense. Now, when you're talking on defense, it's really good, mainly because it's going to help your teammates understand what's happening a little bit better, and team communication is just overall going to help you become a better defensive team. For example, if your man, let's say the guy I'm defending, he's setting a screen for somebody else. If I'm saying, hey, Bobby, screen right, then that means that, oh man, like there's a guy coming up on my right side. He's going to be setting a screen. So that means that I need to get in my head. Am I going to fight over the screen or am I going to fight under the screen? And if I'm going to do that, I need to know, and I'll put my hand out knowing when that player is about to set that screen. If I was the defensive player who's getting screened, I would put my hand out to know where the heck that screen is. And then you're going to be able to defend the screen and roll a lot better. Now, I'm going to go into a few drills that'll not just talking about screens, but talking about other things as well. Let's get down to the clipboard. Let's check this out. Okay, so this first drill is going to have 4 players, 2 defensive and 2 offensive. Now, what we're going to be having is player 1. He's going to be passing over to player 2, and he's going to go and set a screen for player 2. Now, when that happens, I want player 1 screaming out, yo, screen right, screen right, screen right. Now, at the same time, he is going to be then fighting over or fighting under. If he fights under, I want player 1, if he is going to hedge, say hedge, hedge, hedge 2 or 3 times. Hedging is when he takes a step out to stop player 2 from taking that shot. Meanwhile, player 2 red, the defender, is going to then get around player 1, and even if player 1 starts rolling, I want player 1 red's hands up in the air saying no pass, or something. He needs to be just having his hands up at the very least. Now, if player 2 decides to shoot instead of passing to player 1, what I want to see happen is player 2, he is going to be, for one, contesting the shot. That is a given. But what I want to see player 2 doing on defense is saying, if player 2 blue does take that shot, I want to have him screaming out shot, 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 even when player 2 is going up for a shot, even if it's a fake or not. I want to have player 2 red saying shot, 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 because 2 things are going to happen. Number 1, every defensive player on the court is going to know that there's a shot up and they need to start boxing out. Second is, if you're calling shot, shot, shot while player 2 blue is shooting the ball, it could disrupt his shot because it's a distraction. So, both of those things together can help your team succeed, which is fantastic. Now, when player 2 goes for his shot, what I want to see happen is player 1 and 1, both of them trying to box each other out. Technically speaking, because player 1 is in front of player 1 red, he should be boxing out player 1 red. However, red is defense, so he needs to get his butt in front of player 1 blue and box out. Now, when player 2 blue takes that shot and player 2 red is calling out shot, 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 if the shot does go up, which means if that ball leaves player 2 blue's hands, I want him calling out shots up, shots up, shots up. That means you guys better get a rebound. This is going to help your team a ton. And by having that kind of communication is vital on defense to be successful. Even though you may not hear it on TV in the NBA, you do see it. If you get close to the action, if you're getting close, if you're in the bottom section or even close to the front row, you're going to be hearing good defensive teams saying stuff like this: shots up, screen on right, right, left, whatever it may be. Personally, let's say there's a guy called Bobby on my team and he's getting a screen, I would say Bobby right. That would make him understand that, oh, there's a screen right. This is going to help your team a ton. Now, going to the full court game. Let me show you a fantastic drill for that. Okay, so we're going to have 2 circles right here. We're going to have blue and red. They're going to be each a different team. Coach is going to be over here with the ball. I currently don't have a coach on the court, but let's say that word is Mr. Coach. Anyways, we're going to have the inside players running one direction, the outside players running the opposite direction. What I want to see happen here, if you have a full court, that's fantastic. If you don't have a full court, then the half court works as well. So, the shot goes up. We're going to have player reds trying to box out blues, but of course, blues are going to have the advantage farther down court. Shots up, and then what we're going to be having, as soon as the coach takes that shot, I want all the defensive players, in this case players red, the ones on the outside of the circle, they're going to be calling shots up. Now, when that happens, what I want to see happen is those players boxing out, obviously. Let's say player 1 gets that rebound. The next 2 players, I want them going towards the outlet positions, which means the free throw line extended. Of course, blues are going back on defense. So if this is a full court drill, if you're running it on the full court, they're getting back on defense. When they are getting back on defense, they're calling out what number they have. I want to hear, hey, I got number 11. Hey, I got number 22. That kind of thing. If we're running it in the half court, same thing applies. But first, player 1 needs to outlet the ball. If he's in the middle, he can go either way. If he is on this side, he needs to go to that side. And if he's on that side, he is outletting to player 4. These 2 players technically on offense now. They need to be saying, outlet, I got outlet. Because if they're calling it, the player who got the rebound now hears, hey, I got an outlet on this side. I also have an outlet on that side. That way he understands what's going on in the court. And by calling out outlet, you're going to be letting your teammates know, hey, I got a teammate over here. Now, this guy needs to be, if this is a full court drill, if we're not running this on the full court or half court, player 3 needs to pivot. And before he takes one dribble, he needs to look down court. When he chucks it down court, if let's say there's a player called Kyle, he's like, Kyle, I got you. And he throws it at the same time as, he passes it, I should say, at the same time as calling that. The reason for that is obviously communication. It is huge. Now, if it's the half court game and we're not running on the full court for this drill, then player 3 needs to call out, yo, I got player 3. I got player 3. They got their man. Now, player 3, red, in this half-court game, he is still the outlet man. So what I want to see happen is players 2 and 5 to get in position to set up the offense. Now, if one of these 2 players is not the point guard, for example, point guard got the rebound, what I want to see happen is you guys set up your offense, and if the point guard needs to be running the play, I want a player screening down and getting player 1 open, and now you can set up the offense that you are running as a team. So let's say we're running a nice 5 or 4 out offense. We got all these players screaming out what players they got, and now we can set up our play. We can run our offense through, let's say 1 shot, 2 shots, whatever you decide as a coach. Now, also, something for you to keep in mind is if we're playing a zone on defense. Of course, get in your zone. You don't have to call out a number. You're in your zone. Again, keeping in mind, communication is huge in basketball, whether it be on offense or on defense. The point guard on offense needs to know, hey, horns down or horns 3, whatever it is. When he's coming up the court, he needs to communicate with his team to let them know what play we're running. Second, on defense, everyone needs to communicate. Everyone needs to talk. Everyone needs to know what everyone else is doing. If there's a screen coming to them, they need to know. If there's a shot going up, They need to know. If there's a player open, not being covered, somebody call out who's man open, man open, man open, and whoever doesn't have a man needs to go get that guy. Now, if there's two guys guarding one guy and they're not supposed to be, whoever is on that guy who's getting guarded twice for no reason needs to pull that player over and say, yo, you're over there, get over there. This is my man. On man-to-man defense, call out your numbers that you're guarding every time down the court. Especially if you're running a defense as a coach like myself, where I would swap between 3 different zones in the same quarter and quite literally in back-to-back possessions. I will say to my team, we're running man, we're running a 2-3, and we're running a 1-4. And when you guys are running back to play defense, either we're running, where the point guard's going to call man 1-4, 2-3, or I'm calling man 1-4, 2-3, or if we set it up before the game or at a timeout saying, hey, this next possession, we're going to be going, or this next set down the court, we're going to go one time down the court, 2-3, next time down the court, 1-4, 2-3, 1-4, 2-3, 1-4. Or man-to-man, 1-4, man-to-man, 1-4. If you don't know what I'm talking about by the 1-4, the 1-4 is my defense that I created. Many coaches use it. There's the phone again. And that defense is absolutely fantastic. You can go check that out in the link in the description below. Of course, if you have liked this video, hit that like button, subscribe it. It makes the YouTube algorithm like me, which is fantastic. Anyways, I'll see you guys again later on today for the second video of the day.